In a quiet hearing room in Pretoria, a single testimony has detonated a bomb at the very foundation of South African democracy, directly linking President Cyril Ramaphosa to the alleged criminal empire of Vuzumuzi, Cat, Matlala. This is not just a political scandal, it is a story of a state potentially captured, of a presidency whose rise to power may have been bankrolled by money tied to organized crime and drug cartels. What you are about to hear will challenge everything you thought you knew about power, justice, and the fragile state of our nation. This is the unfolding drama of the Matlala Commission, a judicial inquiry established by President Ramaphosa himself in July 2025 to investigate rampant criminality and political interference within the South African criminal justice system. It was born from explosive allegations by KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, who warned that police, judicial, and political structures had been comprehensively compromised by criminal syndicates. At the heart of this storm is Vuzumuzi Cat, Matlala, a man described in testimony as a leader of the Big Five, a sophisticated Gauteng-based drug cartel whose activities extend to hijackings, tender fraud, and contract killings. He is no ordinary businessman. He is an alleged criminal kingpin whose companies, like Medicare 24 Tshwane District, held multi-million rand contracts with the South African Police Service and who currently faces serious charges of attempted murder and money laundering, with a court having denied him bail. The connection to the highest office in the land was revealed through something we all use every day: WhatsApp messages. Crime Intelligence Head Lieutenant General Dumisani Khumalo presented over 400 explosive messages as evidence, showing how Matlala, with the help of his associate Brown Magatsi, secured access to the inner sanctum of power. The messages reveal Matlala paid over R120,000 for flights for 8 people to attend the prestigious Progressive Business Forum Gala Dinner, an event hosted by President Cyril Ramaphosa himself, where attendees could wine and dine with the ANC's top leadership. But the plot thickens and darkens considerably. The commission heard that Magatsi, who is linked to suspended Police Minister Sensom Chinu, was not just a fundraiser, he was a conduit for sensitive police information. These WhatsApp chats, spanning months, show a relationship where Matlala provided money for political access and, in return, received confidential intelligence and, allegedly, political favors. This is the anatomy of state capture, conducted in real time over a messaging app. The most devastating alleged favor was the disbandment of the KwaZulu-Natal Political Killings Task Team. This was not just any police unit. It was a highly successful team that had registered 401 suspects, secured 33 convictions, and cracked high-profile cases, effectively reducing political assassinations. Lieutenant General Khumalo testified that the messages show Matlala, believing this team was investigating him, pushed through Magatsi to have it dissolved. Just days after these chats, suspended Minister Mchunu issued the letter ordering its shutdown. Let me ask you, the people watching this, could you see this coming? Did you feel in your bones that the institutions sworn to protect us were being systematically dismantled from within to protect the very criminals they were meant to hunt? This is where the story becomes deeply personal and heartbreaking. The commission heard the tragic story of Babitadio Karen, a courageous whistleblower and head of the Gauteng Health Department's anti-corruption unit. She was the one who first flagged massive irregularities in contracts at Tembisa Hospital, contracts awarded to companies controlled by Vuzumuzi Matlala. For doing her job, for trying to protect public funds, she was murdered in a hail of bullets in August 2021. Her death is a stark, bloody reminder that corruption is not a victimless crime. It has a body count. The human cost of this alleged network doesn't stop there. Matlala himself is accused of orchestrating a botched hit on his former girlfriend, actress Tebogo Thobjane, who was wounded and later fled the country, fearing for her life. And what of the ordinary South Africans who rely on a functioning police service? When a successful unit like the Political Killings Task Team is disbanded under suspicious circumstances, it means more assassinations, more grieving families, and more communities living in fear. This is how the rot at the top directly fuels the violence on the ground. So, where does President Ramaphosa fit into all of this? The direct link presented at the commission is financial and social. The gala dinner payments create a tangible connection between alleged drug cartel money and the president's political fundraising apparatus. This immediately calls to mind the shadow of the CR-17 campaign, a subject with its own controversial history regarding donor transparency and the ethics of political funding. The question every citizen must now ask is, what did these powerful, tainted donors expect in return for their investment? The reactions have been a mixture of outrage and grim validation. The official opposition has demanded that the commission must expose this infiltration without fear or favor. What would you do if you discovered that the police minister meant to protect your community was allegedly influenced by a man accused of running a drug cartel? Where would you turn for safety when the line between the law and the underworld has been so thoroughly blurred? The consequences of this scandal are existential for South Africa. Lieutenant General Khumalo warned the commission that the Big Five cartel has already penetrated the political sphere and that its ability to manipulate the criminal justice system gives it a dangerous resilience. He issued a chilling prognosis. Cartels have a sophisticated agenda which can render the country lawless. This is not just about one president or one minister. It is about whether South Africa can remain a nation governed by laws, or if it will descend into a criminal state. As the commission continues, all eyes are on what happens next. Will President Ramaphosa be called to testify? Will there be actual, tangible accountability? Or will this become another expensive commission that results in no real change? The future of the nation's social contract hangs in the balance. This is a battle for the soul of South Africa, testing whether we are a constitutional democracy or a territory where powerful criminal interests operate with impunity. The evidence presented at the Matlala Commission suggests a simple, terrifying formula. Drug money and profits from corrupt tenders are funneled into political campaigns. Politicians then return the favor by dismantling investigating units and awarding lucrative state contracts, and anyone who stands in the way is silenced, either through intimidation or violence. It is a perfect, self-sustaining cycle of corruption that enriches a connected few and impoverishes an entire nation. If you believe in transparency and justice for South Africa, please like this video. It helps others find this story and join this crucial conversation. Subscribe to our channel for more real, hard-hitting stories that matter. We will continue to follow the Matlala Commission and hold power to account. This is not just about politics. This is about the soul of South Africa, and that is a story we must all follow to its very end.